Shalom, everyone. Today we're going to talk about brotherhood and sisterhood. You guys pick up. Everybody.
Brothers and sisters as a unit.
Okay. Anybody else?
Jonathan showed him all those things, and Jonathan brought David to Saul, and he was in the presence. He was in his presence as in times past.
Okay, so what happened here? Yes.
Jonathan's father, Saul, wanted to kill David.
Okay. Why? You do the same? No reason, apparently. So what did Jonathan do?
He tried to stop it
Okay, how did he try to stop it?
by going to his father.
Okay, so what happened here is that Saul, Jonathan's father, wanted to kill David. So Jonathan went running to David and said, hey, my dad wants to kill you, so you might want to run away from here. So David was able to, whatever he did, to take care of himself. Yet, Jonathan went back to his father, where they were supposed to go find him and kill him, and talk all these good things about David, and made him understand, you don't want to kill your servant. He's faithful, he's this, he does, you don't want to kill somebody innocent. So after hearing this, Saul listened, and he said, okay, I'm not going to kill him. So Jonathan saved who?
David.
David, right? Okay. I need 1 Samuel chapter 20, verse 12 on down. 1 Samuel chapter 20, verse 12.
12 on down to what?
42. Give me 1 second to find it.
1 Samuel 20, 12 to 42.
Yes, ma'am.
1 Samuel chapter 20, verse 12 through 42. And Jonathan said unto David, O Lord, God of Israel, when I have sounded my father about tomorrow, any time, or the third day, and behold, if there be good toward David, and I then sin not unto thee, and show it thee, the Lord do so, and much more to Jonathan. But if it please my father to do thee evil, then I will show it thee, and send thee away, that thou mayest go in peace. And the Lord be with thee, and he hath been with my father. And thou shalt not only while yet I live show me the kindness of the Lord, that I die not, but also that shalt not cut off thy kindness from my house forever. No, not when the Lord hath cut off the enemies of David, every one from the face of the earth. So Jonathan made a covenant with the house of David, saying, let the Lord even require it at the hand of David's enemies. And Jonathan caused David to swear again, because he loved him. For he loved him as he loved his own soul.
Okay,
And Jonathan
give me 1 second. So they keep saying that Jonathan loved David as he loved himself. So what are the two greatest commandments?
Love thy neighbor as I love thyself.
What are the two great? That's one of them. What's the first one?
The first commandment.
The first greatest commandment. There's two. The one he said is one. Yes.
Love the Most High with all your heart and soul.
So we love the Most High with everything we got, and then what?
Love thy neighbor as I love thyself.
We love our neighbors. So Jonathan is doing both, right? Because you see, he's talking to the Most High, and now they keep saying, because he's not just saying, he's showing that he loves David more than, as he loved himself. Go ahead.
You read?
18.
Okay. Verse 18. Then Jonathan said to David, tomorrow is the new moon, and thou shalt be missed, because thy seat will be empty. And when thou hast stayed 3 days, then thou shalt go away quickly, and come to the place where thou didst hide thyself when the business was at hand, and shalt remain by the stone Ezel, I will shoot 3 arrows on the side thereof, as though I shot at a mark. And behold, I will send a lad, saying, Go, find out that arrow. If I expressly say unto the lad, Behold, the arrows are on this side of thee, take them, then come back, for there is peace to thee, and no hurt, as the Lord liveth.
Okay, I'm sorry, you can stop there. So, again, a really quick rundown. Who is Jonathan?
Jonathan is Saul's son.
Saul's son. And what does Saul wanted to do?
Kill David.
Do we know why?
No.
Okay, and what did Jonathan do for David?
He went to his father and told him all the good things about David, and then Saul listened, and he didn't want to kill David anymore.
Right, and then he also showed David that he loved him as he loved himself, and now David is seeing this love coming from Jonathan, right? So, what I want you guys to remember out of this, everything we read, is 1 Samuel 18:1. We're gonna read it together so we remember. Let me know when everybody got it.
Con.
Y'all got it? 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 1. Okay, let's read.
And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul.
Jonathan loved him as his own soul. Well, okay, so who here loves themselves? You take care of yourself, you make sure you don't hurt yourself, you don't jump out of the car when you're moving because you want your skin to stay put. You don't eat, you don't go drinking bleach at the house because you don't want to die. So who loves themselves here? No? You don't love yourself? Everybody? Linnea, yeah? Okay, so because we're not doing things to hurt ourselves, right? So just as much as you love yourself, because there's a lot, because everybody here is whole, then that's how we're supposed to love our neighbor. That's what brotherhood and sisterhood is. The greatest example that I've seen that you can see here is the brothers here, your fathers and the brothers. I'm not taking down nothing from the sisters, but you guys don't see the sisterhood because usually when we're doing the sisterhood thing, you guys are away. But the brothers get together all the time. It is not because it's scheduled. When there's an issue, they all come together. If one issue for one person, they all sit there and they all address that one issue, whether it be personal or with the camp or with EO, they all address it. There's no talking behind each other's back. There's no, oh yeah, brother, what do you think about this person? If that ever happens, we'll be like the elders saying, hey, what do you think, how should we handle this? They don't do like, look at him, he's coming over there, look how he's dressed, his pants still sagging. You'll never hear a dad talking like that, would you? Never. If you ever heard a dad talking about brothers, because he's like, yeah, he needs to get his spirit right. He needs to study, that's how he talks. He doesn't talk like gossip. So that's what we're going to talk about here. And in the Bible, the greatest example is Jonathan and David. Because Jonathan didn't have to save David. David didn't do nothing for him. David didn't pay him. He doesn't work for him. He doesn't owe him anything. Jonathan just did it because he loved them. They became friends. That's a lot of the brotherhood and sisterhood is friendship, true friendship, not the ones you guys think is out there. I should have my board, but I wanted to ask you next, what makes a good friend? Everybody needs to give me a trait. Don't try to tell me the right thing, what you think I'm gonna like, you're not gonna get points or a prize. Out of your mind right now, what makes a good friend? Go.
A loving and kind and caring friend.
Being loving, kind, and caring. What makes a good friend? Think about it. Just what makes a good friend? When you see somebody and, oh, you know what, that's a good friend. Everybody, come on, Maura, think. Yeah.
Having someone like if they're
When they help you?
Yeah.
Okay.
when they help others without being told or asked.
When they help you without being told. Shariah? Maura, what makes a good friend? Don't you got friends? What makes them so good? What makes a good friend, Linnea?
What makes him a good friend?
Everybody got friends here, right? Yeah? Okay, what's so good about them? Yes,
I was gonna say someone you can depend on, someone you can trust. It's good
Yeah.
traits for me.
Trying to get them on the good path when they're doing wrong or something.
yeah? You guys got friends, what you got?
Nice.
When they're nice,
Can they help you?
when they help you, Maola? What's so good about your friends? Nothing? How about that?
Someone that tells you the truth all the time and is honest with you, even when it hurts.
Right. Now, we may not think that that's a good friend because sometimes we don't like it when they tell us things about ourselves, like your breath stinks, or what's going on with your armpits, or like your dress has a stain all over you. We don't like that. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, but that's a good friend, as opposed to the one who's like, oh, she's got a stain on her dress. Don't say nothing. Just laugh at you the whole day. Or your dress got stuck like on top of your underwear, and your underwear's just like out there. Or your boxes are like up here, and your shorts down here, and nobody tells you anything. Don't you think a friend should tell you that?
Time.
You know, moms are always on top of you. But what if mom is not around? Shouldn't a friend tell you that?
Time.
No, you guys have friends at school, right? Everybody? Yeah? How are they compared to what we just said? You don't have friends at school? Really? You don't talk to nobody? That- So what's the difference between them and us right here?
My friends don't do any of that, so.
They don't do any of that. Anybody? If I'm wrong, just tell me. If they're nice, they're nice. Are they nice?
No, maybe not the same friends.
They have the same friends. They're not. You guys don't have nice kids. Yeah, I've heard. You got nice friends? Some? All the time? Maola, you don't have friends. Linnea, your friends are nice?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, babe, I didn't get your name. You got nice friends? Okay, so that's good when you find a good friend. Again, what was the verse I told you to remember?
8
First Samuel 10, it's 18.
And 1.
Brotherhood 8. 18 and 1, remember that. And what does that say? The bottom part.
Love.
He loved
Jonathan loved him as his own soul.
Jonathan loved him as his own soul. That's what remember that. Again, First Samuel what?
18 and 1.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you at the end of class. I know you guys are looking for coins, and I got some in my purse. I'm gonna show you I don't give pennies to the boys. Okay, wait, I left my thing okay, so we're gonna do, okay, you two together, okay, so we're gonna do this. So Jonathan and David became close friends, right? Okay, so get up and shake somebody's hand, you just became a friend. Do it, do it, do it, do it. So now you got friends, right? What else? What else did Jonathan do? He became a friend and said goodbye? Jonathan did what? He loved them, right? Alright, let's get a hug. Hug, kids, hug. Hug somebody. They don't bite. Alright, they love each other. And Jonathan loved David as what?
Also.
Okay, hug yourselves. We love ourselves more than anything. I know that. Again, what's the verse? First Samuel 18 and 1. If you say anything different, you're not going to get my pennies. Okay, so now we're going to go over what makes a good friend. You guys, everybody says something really good. So the first one is faithfulness. Take a guess at what faithfulness is. Yes.
When they're there for you.
When they're there for you, what Okay, so friends do not leave each other when it's bad times. So You probably were gonna say the same thing, that's it. They don't just leave you. Proverbs 17 and 17. Somebody read that for me real quick?
17, 17?
Yes. Okay, some of you should know this by heart.
Time.
Let's say if we know it. Say it if you know it.
Proverbs what?
17 and 17.
You want me to read it?
Yep.
Proverbs 17:17. A friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity.
Okay, so your friend loves you at all times, not just when you have all the toys at the house or when you got the best food, pizza, hot dogs, burgers, and there's pool over there. They love you when your house has nothing but a little room with maybe I don't know, not even a TV, huh? A mattress, yeah. Even maybe on the floor, the house is empty. They love you all the time, right? Not just when you're good. They love you when you're sad or even when you're mad or upset and you got an attitude for whatever reason. They still love you. They may not want to be around you, but they still love you, right?
Time.
And then Proverbs 27 and 10.
Proverbs 27 and 10.
Okay?
Thine own friend and thy father's friend forsake not, neither go into thy brother's house in the day of thy calamity. For better is a neighbor that is near than a brother far off.
So what does forsake mean? If you don't know it, take a guess.
Forget about
Okay. So don't forget about what?
friend.
Don't forget about your friends. If your friend forgot about you, what do?
You help them remember?
You help them. Hey, I'm here. What's going on? Where you at? You don't know what's going on, what they're going through. Maybe the finals are too hard, or they were punished and they're not allowed to talk to nobody, or their puppy died. I mean, that happens all the time, right? Or their turtle died, or their dog was sold, or there's different things you guys been through that sometimes that you guys don't want to talk, or your mom got on you about something, and they don't look for you. So if they forgot about you, what do? I'm right here. What's going on with you? How you doing? Right?
Time.
So again, what's the greatest friendship that we read in the Bible?
Jonathan and David?
Oh, right.
Jonathan and David, which is where?
First Samuel 18:1.
So when Jonathan's father, King Saul, hated David so much that he wanted to kill him, Jonathan protected David, right? As a friend. And we read about that already. Another thing that makes a good friend is they keep confidence. Confidences. I can't say that word right. Am I saying that right? Confidences. Yeah. Now I'm not talking about they keep secrets like, hey, Kwari, me and you, we're gonna go hit Benaya's house when we get over there. We're gonna steal one of those dogs because they're not gonna notice. That's not what I'm talking about. And if you tell, then you be a bad friend. No. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, it's like, hey, for example, with you guys, when you guys get your cycle or whatever, hey, can you tell me if I'm something wrong with my dress? Oh yeah. Oh my God, guys, guess what? It's all over her dress. No. If you having issues like with sisters, we're having issues like women issues, we don't go tell everybody. If somebody comes to me with a problem they're having with their husband, I don't go put it on the context talking about, y'all gotta see what exactly she's talking about with her husband. No. Now, if she's telling me that somebody's beating her, you think I'm gonna keep that secret? If she's saying like Rob is hitting me, I'll be like, yeah, girl, don't worry about it. I ain't gonna tell nobody. Do I do that? Would that be a good friend? But if I say something, she's gonna be hurt and she's gonna think I deceived her, like I lied, like I betrayed her, wouldn't it? Right? So I can't say nothing. I gotta stay quiet.
No.
But what if she gets mad?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. She's no one should be hating her.
Right. So I'm gonna keep the confidence if it's something that I know is to be kept in secret. Like you kids always tell each other things that are kind of weird. Some things you keep to yourself, but other things you don't. Like if somebody is stealing something, if you guys, I talking bad about your moms behind somebody's back. You tell that person so they can stop. Because when you let them do that, then you're agreeing with them. And a friend doesn't do that, right? Let's read Proverbs 16 and 28.
Proverbs 16:28.
Yes?
Everybody got it?
Done.
It says, a forward man soweth strife, and a whisperer separateth chief friends.
So what's a whisper? It's like gossip. Y'all know what gossip is, right? So Benaiah goes to court Shia and she's like, do you really like your sister? Because Shariah's hair is out there. She's always wearing it too big. I don't understand. And then when she comes around, hey Shariah, pretty hair. Or you go telling everybody how Shariah had this chaotic problem this morning because of her shoes. For no reason. Gossiping, talking about people behind your back for no apparent reason. Now, if you two see that Shariah is sad and you guys want to come together and think about, hey, how do we make her happy? We should play this favorite game. That's different. That's not gossip. But if you sit there and talk about somebody else, that's gossip. That's what the scripture's talking about. One more, Proverbs 11 and 3. Another one about gossip. So good friends don't what?
Gossip.
We don't talk about each other's back bad because we don't like them. We don't like what they're wearing. We don't like how they talk or how they smell. They don't know how they smell. Tell them, what's that smell you got on you? It's weird. Or, hey, what's going on with the dress you're wearing? I've said it many times. Like, with the dress, ooh, what's going on with that? It's way out there. Oh, you know what? Okay, I've said it. I would be like, did y'all see how Sandra was dressed today with a military skirt? Mm-hmm. We don't do that. We're like, what's going on with your skirt? Now, if I don't want to come like that, then I let it go, right? Proverbs 11 and 13. Somebody?
A talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter.
So, this is talking about also gossiping, but here's an instance. So, let's say I'm upset with Edith. And I go to Exandra and like, Exandra, I can't do this with Edith anymore. Every time I talk to her, she just says con. I'm so sick of her. She knows I'm upset, right? She first of all, she can't be like, yeah, I know, me too. Because then what? Then she's not, first of all, she's helping me be negative because I shouldn't be like, I can't stand her anymore because she's not talking. I don't know what Edith's going through. Maybe she was in pain or had an issue at home and just said calm because she just didn't want to talk to me about it. But guess what? Alexandria was like, yeah, it's okay, it's gonna be alright, Shawashana. And then when Edith comes and I'm going, Edith, Shawashana, she's talking about she don't like you, talking about she can't stand you, because all you do is say con. Now Edith's gonna be thinking what? Now she's gonna have an ill feeling for me. And I'm already not liking her. Now she's not gonna like me, and Alexandra's in the middle of everything like, I don't know what's y'all issue. Who caused the problem here? Was it me because I was upset at Edith and said that I didn't like her? Was it Edith because she didn't answer me correctly? Or was it Alexandra because she gossiped about things? She went to her and then who was it? Who caused the problem here? What do you think? I caused the problem? What do you think? Alexandra? Why was it me?
Because you're the one that felt negative about Edith.
And that was wrong. What was Alexandra?
Because
She was
you told, cause first of all you said it, and then she said no, it's okay, and then she went behind your back and told Edith.
Okay, so what would be the right thing for Alexandra to do? Or you know what? Anybody got another option? You speak besides not tell?
like for all of you guys, go together and tell.
Yes. Exactly. You know what? She's watching that. Let's go to Edith right now. She's coming right there. And I'm like, whoa, I don't want to do that. Because she's saying, no, come on. And I was like, I'm not talking. So she goes and she says, Edith, Shawashina feels that you're doing this. And she's like, what? No. Well, that's what it is. You say con. And then she's like, well, you know what? I had just got fired and I just didn't feel like talking. I'm sorry, that wasn't my thing. Oh, okay. And I'm gonna feel stupid, right? Because I was assuming that it was about me instead of knowing or thinking, hey, hold on, you never just say Khan, what's going on with you? But no, instead of me going to her, so I was wrong by that. I went to her, upset, but I confided in her because I was upset. She calmed me down, I cleared my head, right? Or she says, let's go over there and talk to her. Now, do you guys do that? I'm not expecting you to do that with kids at school. Because the kids at school, I already told you, they don't have wisdom, they don't deal like we do. But with here, when you guys are like, oh, I don't like Korshaya, do you go, you know what, you don't like Korshaya? Alright, let's go tell her. Korshaya Benai doesn't like you today. Do we ever do that?
I tell people, like, I don't gossip about them. I tell people like, what's wrong with him. Like when he smelled like poop, I told him instead of telling everybody he smelled like poop, I just told him.
Okay, but when you guys have this feeling about for somebody, do you ever go to that person and you tell them? Or do you go to someone else? A little bit of both? You kind of just let it roll off? If you get upset about someone and you kind of just let it go, then that's fine too. But you really have to let it go. You can't sit there and come back. See, that's what I'm like because there she is with that big hair over there. There's Eden with the big hair again. Right? That's not how we think, right? How about sisters? Do we always go to them when we don't like when we're upset at them? Sometimes we let it go. Sometimes what? We talk to someone else.
Or we just keep it inside, which is bad too.
Right? Because that makes you always look at that person with this negative eye. Always. Even if she's like perfect, which is not likely, but. Oh, see, now her shoes are. What's she wearing? See? What's she wearing today? Her shoes are just bad. She got the same shoes that I do, and no matter if she's wearing them. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so a friend knows a lot of details from you, details and secrets of your life. You don't tell people just because you want to make conversations with someone or to embarrass them. If you walk in on them, you don't tell them, oh, guess what I saw. You only tell when it's something that can hurt them, right? Or someone else. So what makes a good friend is kindness. Benaya said that. What's to be kind?
To love,
I can't hear you, babe.
to be nice and
Be
love.
nice? Well, I haven't heard your voice not once. Linnea, what's to be kind?
What's to be kind?
What's to be kind? Go ahead.
When someone is kind to you, what does that mean?
It
When someone is kind.
When somebody's kind to you, it means that they want to be your friend or something.
Okay, they want to be your friend. Anybody else? So the biggest thing in school and like with friendships out there in the world is they play jokes on each other and they make fun of each other, right? Have you guys seen that in school? No? Nobody's seen that? Nobody makes fun of nobody? You have? You guys have? They make fun of how they look or something they did or how they talk or maybe they fell or their lunch they're eating or what they're wearing. Friends don't do that. When you see something off on them, you tell them. We're gonna read Proverbs 26, verse 18 and 19. We don't say something like, ooh, Benaya, those wheel things, they're just for babies. And then you look at me with this face and I'm like, you know what, I was just kidding. That doesn't make it okay. Just because you say you were joking, it doesn't make it okay. We don't do that. A joke is a joke, but when you want to joke about someone, you know, like how they look and all the things they are and things they do, that's not okay. If that person's not laughing with you, then you're not joking. If you're the only one laughing, you're not joking. Somebody read that for me?
Wait, what's it?
Proverbs 26, verse 18 and 19.
Proverbs 26, 18, and 19. Everybody got it? As a madman who casted firebrands, arrows, and death, so is a man that deceiveth his neighbor, and saith, am not I in sport
wasn't I just joking? Like, we're over here sitting talking all morning talking about my water shoes. All morning, and we're just laughing, and he's kinda laughing, but then he kinda stops. And then he gets serious, and we're like, hey, we were just joking, what's your problem? Is that okay? Why not? Why is it not okay? Why is it not okay? Yes.
Because you're making fun of them?
And then you're feeling bad, right? Not if you were laughing. Like, for example, me, right? I talk about my ears all the time. If you make fun of my ears, it is not gonna affect me, even if you like, whoa, that dress, like, mom, your ears were bigger before, because I was skinnier. Did I feel hurt? No. But if I was to get hurt, you cannot mention my ears again, because you know that's something that, that I get offended by. Not that I should, I didn't make my ears, I didn't order them this big, but there's nothing I can do about it. But yeah, if my owner likes those shoes, why are we gonna make fun of it? To make him feel bad? Because we want him to cry? We don't wanna do that, right?
Nah.
So a good friend is kind. We don't play practical jokes on each other. We don't make them. Now, I'm not saying you guys can't joke. Don't think that jokes are bad and all this. But when a joke makes somebody cry and feel bad, that's when you stop. Gotta know your limit. Just like with Shariah is a joker, right? She's always joking. Sometimes she crosses the line with me. I'm sure with other people too, but with me, I'm her mom. And sometimes it's like I gotta set her in a line. She's joking too much. Not that she's being mean to me, I'm not gonna cry, but she's crossing the line of respect. Right? Sometimes you cross the line of being kind. Right now we're being friends and we're joking, and later on I'm hurting you and you're crying and you don't want to be around me because I'm gonna make fun of you. Right? We don't want to do that. I'm not gonna read this part. What makes a good friend is being generous. Am I saying it right? Generous? What's being generous? You. Yes.
It's definitely helpful.
When you help them, yeah. Linnea, Maola, what's being generous? Sisters? Quite?
Sharing.
I'm sorry?
Sharing.
Sharing? Anybody else? Maola?
Being nice to each other.
Be nice to each other? Okay. Let's read Proverbs 3:28. Proverbs 3:28. Read it out loud, Anaya. Stand up. Loud.
Say not unto thy neighbor, go and come again, and tomorrow I will give, when thou hast it by thee.
Okay, so what this is saying is, tell not your neighbor, which is who? Who's your neighbor? Everybody around you, right? It says, say not what? Go and come back later. Hey, come back later. I'll give it to you tomorrow or tonight. Don't say that. If you have it, you give it. That doesn't mean always something, but it could be, it doesn't mean physical. It could be like an advice, or, they need to lay down somewhere, or they're hungry. Doesn't always mean they want your money, your clothes, your shoes. Everybody has the same amount of time every day. I don't have 28 hours and Lisandra has 12. It's not like I have more time than she does. Everybody got things to do. Nobody's just, some of us are sitting at home because we have nothing to do, but nobody is just like, oh, I only have 12 hours today, what do you need? No, nobody. We have the same amount of time. Some of us take time out of our days to give to other people. And how do you give time to people?
Like talking to them.
Okay, talking of like either have an issue, they have a problem. Like when your mom talks to you, a long talk about how you behave, or you're having trouble with your siblings. They sit there and talk to you instead of pressing play on a movie, or that's what happens to me every time. They want to argue when I'm watching a movie. Or and they take the time to do it. Or when your friend or your sibling stops playing to sit down and talk to you. Okay, what's going on? What's your problem? You need help with this? That's time to talk. What else? How do I give somebody time? I'm sorry? Like, I have time, right? How do I give you time? Yes.
Kids class.
Yeah, it takes time to put a kids class. Now, I could decide to not do a kids class. I could just be like, I don't want to do kids class. It's too much work. And then I gotta sit there and talk, and then people gonna look at me like when they sleep, and I don't want to do it. So yeah, I'm giving you time. How do you give time to people?
Oh, like say we're say some of us are like watching a movie and then someone's hungry and then we cook it. We stop the movie.
You stop the movie and go make the food?
Yeah.
Yes? Well, the older kids that actually cook, that's giving time out of your time. You stop your movie to go make food. How do you give time? Yes.
When I'm watching, like, when I'm playing games, watching a movie, my mom asked if I could do something, or I just go and help her, cause she either got hurt or she can't do something.
Right, so that's a good point. When somebody can't do something because of whatever reason, whether they're busy, or they're sick, or they got hurt. So for example, there's a lot of things I haven't been doing because I haven't been feeling good. A lot of people have been very helpful. My kids pretty much do everything for me at the house. Like anything that they can do. I haven't been able to cook much because of the smell. They make their meals, kind of, while I'm there with them. But the house stays clean somehow without me helping. So you do something for them when they need you. If like sisters have been holding it down for me, covering class, speaking to sisters, like I haven't been there at all actually, and people's covering for me. That's being good friends. I never asked nobody to do it. I never said, hey, I'm gonna be sick for the next 9 months. See ya when I have this baby. No, I just haven't been around, and people just shows up, right? You guys just gotta step up when you see that it's not there. So that's giving time. You gotta know that you have to give time to people all the time. Your day should not be all about you always. If you haven't given a little bit of time to someone else, then you're being what? Selfish. Then you're not being a good friend, right? What makes a good friend is forgiveness. Do we know what's forgiveness?
Yes.
What is it?
It's when like someone does something bad and then you forgive them. Like you.
But what does it mean to forgive?
To like let it go.
You let it go forever,
Yeah.
or just till tomorrow?
To let go for something to let go for something that's not really a big issue, or
Well, what if it's a big issue?
just let it go. Don't it doesn't matter.
Okay, let's read Proverbs 24:29, and somebody else can read Proverbs 20 and 22. Proverbs 24:29, and then Proverbs 20:22. Now, what you got?
Proverbs 24:22.
Loud?
Say not, I will do so to him as he hath done to me.
Okay, stop. What does that mean? She ate the last pizza piece. I'm gonna eat the last ice cream.
No.
Right?
If someone respects you, you gotta respect them back.
Okay. But what if they don't respect you? You're supposed to not respect them?
You still respect them.
Keep reading.
I will render to the man according to his work.
Okay, so again, you know what? She don't respect me. I'm not gonna respect her either. Is that how we do? What if we do that with everybody? We would respect nobody. Because not anybody respects you. Not if you're like, oh, you know what? She's always mean to me. I'm gonna be mean too. I don't care. She deserves it. Is that how we're supposed to be? That's not a good friend, especially to your friends. Now we're not supposed to do evil to people that's not our friends. But if that's your friend, if you play with them and they're there for you and you guys hang out, you don't be evil to them. You don't eat the last ice cream because they ate the last pizza. You say, hey, I know you ate the last pizza, but you know what? Let's share this ice cream. To show her what?
No, you care.
To show her a good example. To show her I'm not gonna be like that. And you feel better inside because you're doing the right thing. Yes.
You're not supposed to render evil for evil.
Perfect. See, this quoting scriptures over here. Okay, let's read Proverbs 20:22.
22. Say not thou, I will recompense evil, but wait on the Lord, and he shall save thee.
She shall save thee, it says? So, this scripture is saying, I'm going to do bad to you because you did it to me, and hopefully the Lord saves you. I mean, I'm hoping that the Most High saves you, so I'm being good, right? Yeah? I'm giving you good wishes. But I'm gonna do what you did to me, because I was wrong. But hopefully the Most High takes care of you, right? Is that what we're doing? So you can't be like, oh, you know what, you're gonna fall, and you're gonna fall because I'm gonna spill water, and hopefully the Most High watches you. But I don't know, because you're being bad, so He's not gonna look at you. Is that how we talk?
Wow.
So we forgive. If somebody did something wrong to us, we forgive. Forgive doesn't mean you kind of let it go for today and then tomorrow you're mad again. The scriptures say to forgive not 7 times, but what?
70 times 7.
Can y'all imagine how much is 70 times 7? Has anybody even calculated?
70 times 7?
70 times 7.
490. 490.
You guys are calculating your mind?
Oh, he was right. He said 490?
Mm-hmm. So this is not like, hold on, I forgive you for the ice cream, the pizza. No, this is how many times you forgive me for the ice cream? Twice? Okay, well, you still got what? 487 to go? And then what about the, forgive me for taking my clothes? No, that was only once. Okay, well, then, are you gonna keep down? You know, gonna tally up how many times I forgive you for something? It doesn't say forgive 70 times 7 in total. Or it might, or did I make that up? Does it say in total? No more, that's it? It says 70 times 7, right? So you forgive. You can't be like, oh yeah, he's always throwing my stuff on the floor. You forgive. When you forgive, it's over. It never happened. And if he does it again, you talk. Hey, you throw my stuff on the floor, you say you're sorry, I forgive you, but you're doing it again. And I'm gonna have to forgive you, but can you stop throwing my stuff on the floor? Right? We say it, right? We talk like human beings. I think I'm almost done. Yeah, I'm almost done. So what makes a good friend is bringing out the best things in each other. Somebody said that. Who said that? You said that. So how do we bring the best out of people? Let's read Proverbs 16 and 29. You got it? Read it.
A violent man enticeth his neighbor, and leadeth him into the way that is not good.
So a violent man. So a person, if let's say Benaiah is like, you know what, I'm sick of the dogs, I'm gonna open the gate and I'm gonna throw them out. And Shariah's like, yeah, I'll help you, let's do it. Is Shariah being a good friend? Is she bringing the best out of Benaiah? What would Shariah have to do? Convince him. Not like, no, and put a block in front of the door, but convince them. Bring the best out of him. Benaiah, you're not like that. You love these dogs. You know, if you got issues, it's up to your mom. That's bringing the best out of him. You don't be like, yeah, do it. You know what? My mom comes in and says something about my room. I'm just gonna walk out and roll my eyes. He's like, yeah, okay, let's do it. I'll do it too. Portia and Shariah agree on it. And they both decide to have attitudes with mom. How are you bringing the best out of each other? Okay, so how do I bring the best out of someone? Give me an example. Yeah.
To tell them to stop what they're doing.
That's one, that's to stop them, but how do you bring the best out of them?
Tell them like, this is not what you do. That's not what the Most High wants you to do.
Okay.
That's not how you usually act.
Okay.
You act the right way.
Habadiah?
You look at and you focus on the good things in that person.
Right. And you remind them of who they are, right? Proverbs 20:22. I'm sorry, no. Proverbs 22:24. Anybody know what the word instigate means? Mawala wants to hit Benaiah, and Shariah's like, yeah, do it, he deserves it. Shariah's instigating. Instead of calming him down, she's like, because Benaiah snapped him on the neck or something, yeah, man, he hit you, just go, just do it, I'll be behind you. Shariah's instigating. Read the scripture?
Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go.
That's it? So what is that saying?
Don't let your friend. No, wait. I don't explain it. Don't be friends with an instant.
Don't be friends with someone who's upset. Now, if one of your friends is upset, doesn't mean you stop being their friends forever. But you don't be faithful, forgiving, you don't be kind, you show him, hey, why are you so mad? What's your problem? You don't be, you don't hold his secret, that's what being a friend is, we just talked about that, right? If they're mad, you don't be those things. You have to tell them what they're doing wrong, yes.
You don't wanna co-sign that behavior.
Right, exactly.
You don't wanna condone it. You don't wanna make them think that you're okay with the way that they're acting.
Right,
By
right.
letting them think that you would be doing the same thing that they would do.
And it just happened, because it can happen at any time. Maola hit him, and then Maola, why'd you hit him? Well, Shariah said it was okay. Shariah did say it was okay, and Shariah is older. Now, not that you were right, but Shariah did co-sign for it. She agreed. You were saying something? You raise your hand. Okay, one last thing, I think my last one. What makes a good friend is telling the truth. Sorry, no, I got more. Telling the truth, and we talked about this. You tell the truth even if it's bad, even if it's gonna hurt somebody, right? What's one truth that will hurt a friend? Yeah.
You have a boogeyman eyes?
Yeah, sometimes they get like, no, I don't. What are you talking about?
Or they'll be like, why are you looking at my nose?
I'm trying to help you.
Right, why are you all up in my nose? It's like right there. What's another way you can be truthful? You can be honest. Benaiah?
Telling them that you're like, say if they're having problems, say they're they're sinning and stuff, you gotta tell them that they're having problems, that you need to focus.
When they're doing something wrong, right? Anybody else? Yeah?
Try to tell me I smell like poop.
When you take a shower, yeah? That's actually good. If somebody around you smells, but they may not notice. You tell them, hey, your hair is not right, your hair is sticking up, or your dress is falling out, or you probably should wash up, or I know this is personally because they're siblings, but maybe he didn't know he smelled like it. I don't know, this is a common thing in this class for some reason. You want to say it even if it hurts somebody's feelings. So like the instance I told you about Alexandria and her husband. She's probably gonna be mad at me because I said something to one of the heads, but I had to say it. She probably hates me forever and she'll never talk to me again. Never tell me her issues, but I had to say something, right? Or she was gonna get beat forever. Proverbs 27:6. Read it.
Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful.
So what are the wounds of a friend? How can a friend wound you?
By wound you mean hurt?
Mm-hmm.
When you fall, this is exaggerated, but if you fell down off a cliff or something, and then they just laugh.
Okay, a little more deeper.
If you are
How can a friend hurt you? That's what I'm asking you guys.
so
Yeah.
tell them start by telling you something that may hurt your feelings, but that's really the truth.
That's a word of a friend, Mawala.
Talking bad about them.
That's not a word of a friend. A friend wouldn't talk bad about you. Soraya? Edith?
When they tell you the truth, that hurts.
Right, hurts your feelings.
Right.
Were you gonna say that?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is that what that is? Like something that I'm doing wrong and you bring it out like Cassandra, you know you're not, like that's gonna hurt me. 'Cause I don't wanna hear that. Is that what that?
Yes.
Okay.
When you're sick, even if it's gonna hurt their feelings. So a wounds of a friend are faithful, you can trust them. But a friend wouldn't talk bad about you, cause what is talking bad about you does? It ain't gonna help you. It's not gonna make you dwell and think, oh, I really need to think about this and change myself. No. Telling you what's wrong with you is not talking about you. Talking about you is sitting behind, all the way in the back, talking about how my wallet's stressed. That's talking about you, right? Friends don't do that. Proverbs, we already read this, Proverbs 18:1. So what makes a good friend is being unselfish. We talk about being selfish, right?
Time.
So what's being unselfish? Yeah.
So you've been like you share with them.
Yeah.
Like you have something and other kids want to play with it and you're like, no.
Perfect. And that's not just exactly with toys. With you guys, it's a little simpler with toys. With other people, it's sometimes it's wisdom. Sometimes that brother needs wisdom, and the other brother has it, and he sees them that he needs it. He gives it. He doesn't just be like the other thing we read. Read it.
Through desire, a man has an interminable.
Oh, I'm not there yet. Anybody else?
Intermeddleth with all wisdom.
Okay, so we do not want to be selfish. We don't just do things for ourselves, right? We do things for others. Now, has anybody heard this term that they use in the world, the golden rule?
What's that?
What is the golden rule?
Do unto others as you would like them to do.
That's actually a scripture, it's pretty good, but they call it the golden rule, right?
Treat others like
So we're gonna read John 15:15. Now, some people say, hey, it's the Bible says treat others as you treat, as they treat you. Bible doesn't say that. Because if we do that, we will be evil to us. They talk about us, how we dress, how we talk, the things we do. If anybody from the world comes and watches, they're gonna be like, what's going on with their heads? Why they always hurt? Why they saying Khan and Shalom? You got it? John 15:15. Read it.
Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you.
So, Yahushua, Christ, he doesn't say we are his servants. We should be. He did a lot for us. But what are we to him?
Friends.
How is he our friend?
because he sacrificed his life for us.
He does all the things we read about, right? You know that every time we do something wrong, we put him back on y'all heard that. We put him back on the cross and nails go back in there again. Every time we do it, he forgives us. He's not counting. Shreya, you talk back for like 490 times. I'm done forgiving you on that one. Nope. It still hurts and he still forgives you. He doesn't tell the Most High when you're doing something bad over and over. He says, hey, Shreya's good. Just look, watch. She's gonna be good now. That's what he's doing up there for us. He's not like, man, look at Benaiah now. He's just evil. Watch, just watch. Right now, he's gonna do something wrong. Christ is our friend. He's helping us out there. So the best thing we can do is do what? Be a good friend to him. Well, what does Christ represent? The scriptures, right? So the best thing we can do is do what the Most High wants us to do. Follow the scriptures. So that Christ's job is not so hard. How can Christ say, hey, Yahweh, hold on a second. Look, my water is going to be good from now on. How can he say that? And every time he says, okay, everybody watch him, you're back. He can't be like, okay, hold on, one more time. Wait, hold on, don't go nowhere, just watch one more time. You get gotta make these jobs easy. He's already been a good friend. You need to be a good friend to Christ. You need to do the same thing. And how you do that? He's not here. You can't be kind to him, so you do it to each other. That the scriptures say, right? You do it to each other. When you're kind to someone else, then you're doing it to Christ. You're doing it to Yahushua. You can't do, if Christ was here, everybody would probably be bowing down and doing everything. If he's hungry, if he's thirsty, tired, but he's not here. So the only way to show the Most High that we can be like that is by doing it to each other. That's why we're here. That's why when you're by yourself, you can't show kindness and be unselfish and be forgiving because there's not nobody to forgive. If you in a house by yourself, who am I forgiving? Myself? I already did that. Who am I telling what I'm doing wrong? Oh, I messed Shawasha, now you're doing wrong. Okay, got it. You can't do that. Who do I forgive when they offend me? I can't offend myself. What? That's why, when you're by yourself, you don't practice those things. You practice them when you're at home, it's easier for you to live life. Just you. Especially if you're only kid. Or if you live by yourself, for the women. When I'm in my house by myself, I have nothing to work on. I don't have to forgive nobody. I don't have to be kind, be patient. I don't have to think about nobody. I don't have to put time. It's just me and my bed and my TV right there. I mean, if you think about it, when you're by yourself, do you have to work on things? You have to share. You have to have patience. You have to forgive. No, you don't, because there's no one making you want to have to forgive. There's no one pissing you off and you have to calm down, right? That's why we cannot be alone, because how do you practice these things when you're by yourself?
You can't. 'Cause there's
Impossible.
There's no one there.
Impossible. Unless someone has a way. Anybody?
Say if you're like, I'm saying, say if someone was texting you on the phone and then, but they weren't at your house, but they were texting you, and or you let someone borrow your phone and then they started posting stuff that they're not supposed to, and then you see it on your other, like on something your if you have another device, and then you get mad, but you have to calm down. You have to calm down from what you just because just go and talk to that person.
Right. So at times you're by yourself and somebody may need you, you put time on them, but when you don't have no friends and it's just you don't practice these things. So this is what brotherhood and sisterhood is. When you guys are amongst each other, we don't be evil to each other, we don't hate each other, we don't argue with each other, we don't talk bad about each other, we don't wish they were gone, we don't do that. Look at your fathers, they don't do that. You don't see them punching each other in the face, and they could, they're men and they're strong and they got muscles, some of them, right? They don't do that, they don't sit there and argue, they never argue back and forth about, I don't know, I didn't want to eat burgers and you wanted to eat pizza. Nobody, they don't do that. They deal with real issues. And they deal like men, they talk. That's something you guys gotta learn how to do. You guys gotta learn how to talk to each other instead of yelling and screaming and going to your mom and crying about it. Now when you need help, you go to mom, yes. But before you go whining to your mom about how he's taking your toy, you need to talk and be a friend to each other. Even if you're siblings, you can be friends to each other, just like we can be friends to you guys. Okay? Alright, who remembers the verse where we were supposed to remember? Linnea. What verse we talked about? I don't even think I have, oh yeah, I have it. I have pennies and other ones. You remember the verse? Question I asked?
Samuel 18.
Okay. Who was Jonathan?
Jonathan was Saul's son.
Okay. What happened to David?
David,
What happened to David?
David got saved by
David?
Jonathan's father?
You remember his name? Yes. So, what's another question? Let's see. How did Jonathan save David?
By going to Saul and telling him all the good things about David.
Okay. What is to be a good friend? One thing.
Who's a good friend?
What makes a good friend?
A good friend is when they ask you something, you say yes. That means like when they want to play with you, they want to be friends with you.
And you're there for them, right? Now, if I don't get it, what we give you points, we would play this game. So we're gonna give points. All right. So that's it for class. I have this little secret code thing that Jonathan and David did to each other that I made up. So we can end class now. So we'll say shalom to everybody.
Shalom.